him is you, your heart, you.
Mm.
The road, to religion and everything else is a wide road. But he says his road to him is narrow. So it's like people need to start following their own self. Stop dismissing how they feel and trying to be in with the in crowd. That's where you find peace. Trying to please everybody else, that's not peace.
When you were speaking about money at work before you got into the mindset and the spirituality, at the beginning you said that we are not supposed to work hard for money. Can you expand on that concept, please?
We're not supposed to work. No, you're not. You're a child. You're a child of the Most High. You're not supposed to be having to work that way. Food, we paying for fruit and water that grows from the trees. I mean, we're paying for things that we shouldn't be having to, pay for. And so when I say work, you should work smarter and not harder. Why are people working so hard? It's slavery. You work 5 days, you get off 2, and you're back in the cycle again. So manifestation. It literally, he says, you can have your heart's desires, but everybody is saying, I want to take this trip. If God says the same, well, he already said the same. He said you can have your heart's desires, but he also said faith without work is dead. And that just means that, you have to work for what, you got to work. I'm not saying you're not supposed to be disciplined and not work, but I'm saying you shouldn't have to work so hard when you have, you have these dreams and you have these desires. You're not working towards it. Yeah, you're going to work hard, but you shouldn't have to, once you get into that cycle and get where you're supposed to be, that this discipline, and you go get to your dreams, you're not, at that point, it's supposed to be residual income. You shouldn't have to work hard. But people get up and they slave every day, work every day, and the daycares and different things are taking care of your children, not able to give them your full attention, because by the time you pick them up, it's time to get them ready for bed. It's time to feed them, get them ready for bed. So basically, the teachers and the daycares are raising your children. We're supposed to have time with our children. So, I just don't believe in like I said, I let everything negative go in my life. People, the naysayers and everything. And I look back and like I said, they rode on my coattail, and they're not even where they were. They were in a higher spot when they was riding on my coattail. So when I dropped them like it was hot, they literally hit the ground. Like I look back and I see where they are, and I see how elevated. And like you said, with manifestation, I literally said, I am investing. Thank you for allowing me to invest in my self-care. Thank you for allowing me to invest in getting, a new car. Thank you for allowing me to invest in my business. Thank you for allowing me to invest in my mental health. Thank you for allowing me, I just started speaking that way instead of trying to have a pity party within myself. And as I started speaking that way, he says, you basically are what you speak. I love you. I absolutely love you, girl. But it's the truth. You are what you speak. I don't care if us as women, this is a world of sight. Nobody moves by faith. Everybody moves by sight. So it's like, oh, she has a nice body, or she has this, and I wish I was like her. No, you need to be wishing she should be wishing she was like you. You have to be in the mindset of, what do I have? What value do I have? What can I bring to the table? But everybody is looking at this, this fantasy world where people have gotten their bodies altered, and then now they're like, your body, Ada, you really train yourself. You train your mind, you train your body, your soul, your spirit. Everything is in alignment. But everybody else, they're getting their bodies done. Then they're jumping on TikTok talking about how they lost weight. And they're doing fitness and everybody's like riding their way, but no, they got their body done. And if you in spiritual alignment, you can tell who's authentic and who isn't. And I'm not trying to be funny because we all have been there, We all have been in this position where we thought somebody was better. But that's because we've been around people that have dismissed us. So what I'm saying is, if you really, faith without work is dead. It's like, okay, I want to lose this weight. And then train your body and mind to do exactly what you said you're going to do. You want that man or that woman to keep their promise to you. Why are you not keeping your own promise to yourself? You want to do better. Yeah, you want to, but why are you not doing better? I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, so I'm from the show me state. So it's about showing me. I don't go off of words. People want to go off what people, well, he told me he loved me. Well, what does his actions show? I'm saying, so we need to learn.
What happened? She got.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me? But we've been in survival mode for so long that we want to be so independent. So I'm like, once you do this healing and you learn to love yourself and you learn to get out of that survival mode and be in your masculine and your feminine energy in balance, then you can invite the right things and manifest really good. And the things that was a problem in the past, the hurts, the pains, being raped or molested or hurt or whatever, battered, that becomes neither here or there. It becomes a testimony, and you're able to leave that in the past and move forward. But it sounds like a lot of people just in pain, they want to be able to follow something because they feel a void. And you're always going to feel empty. I don't care if you're married or you're in a relationship. If you haven't learned to love yourself, if you haven't learned to be disciplined with yourself, if you haven't been learned to be true to yourself, you're always going to be lonely. You can be in the home with somebody and be lonely and like, why is he not doing this? Well, you didn't do this for yourself. Or why she ain't doing this? Well, you didn't do that for yourself. So I'm not here. I've been there. So everything I'm telling you, I've been there. I've been there. And the God is of love. He didn't have us, God, whatever you believe. We weren't created, for him to kill us, for him to hate us, for him to do all this stuff. He loves us. So why are we can't love one another? Why we can't just, and love ourselves? I'm confused. Why does religion separate people when God created us all the same in his image? So when somebody break that down to me, please, I'm comfortable within myself. It was just that I felt the Holy Spirit was like, the same way someone planted that seed in your life and you had to learn to come into it. You have to give people grace. And so just don't join tonight. And when you feel to go back on, then just go back on.